everyone. So I wanted to walk us through today this assignment, the field journal, soliciting and reflecting on cooperating teacher feedback. Um, so there are a couple parts to this assignment, but the thing I want to stress to you all up front is at no time is this an assignment that is grading the feedback you receive. I'm going to say that again. This assignment is not about the feedback you receive. So with that, let's dive into this. So the first thing you are going to do is you are going to request a feedback conversation with your cooperating teacher. So basically, being an impactful teacher, and I'll actually extend this to just being an impactful professional, means that you need to be willing to receive, analyze, and act on feedback that helps us grow our fields. So in teaching, you're going to get feedback from a lot of different people. You're every year, it depends who, but typically there's, 2 to 3 people that evaluate you. There are people who are going to come in your room from the district. They're going to just want to see what students are doing, those sort of things. And so, whenever you can, I like to tell people to take feedback as a gift. Feedback is so important. And so, basically, you're going to just tell your cooperating teacher, hey, Ms. So and so, I'd love to have a conversation about what I'm doing well and where I can improve. Or however you want to phrase that. And in that conversation, you're going to plan this ahead, right? You need to plan what you're going to say ahead. You're going to ask questions like, what am I doing well? What can I do to improve? Where can I improve? What skills or strategies do you suggest I work on? What else do you think it would be helpful for me to know as I continue this semester and move forward to become a teacher? What should I do to improve my work with students? And what else do you wish you knew when you were learning to teach? As you're having this conversation, you are going to ask follow-up questions. You're going to take notes. If you are stuck on what to ask, one great recommendation that I can make is use AI. You can use AI, hey, I need to have a feedback conversation. These are the types of questions I'd like to ask. Tell it a little bit about your classroom and what you're doing and say, what else could I ask? So that's part one. Part two. So when you get your assignment, when you turn it in, I want to see a little bit of that first piece, right? You can tell me the questions, whatever. But this is really the gist of this assignment, is you're going to reflect on that conversation by writing a field journal. It is a 2+ page, double-spaced field journal that reflects what you talked about. What did your cooperating teacher tell you? How are you going to respond to that feedback? You're going to reflect on that feedback and then create a plan for continued growth. And I will tell you, this is something all solid professionals should do. Something I do with my boss is like every 6 weeks, we have a chat, and I always end out our call and I'm like, hey, what could I be doing differently or better? And she tries to give me feedback on where I can continue to grow. Because what I have found is when feedback is given meaningfully and regularly, it kind of loses that harsh, like, ooh, oh man, they're saying I'm doing this, this, and this wrong. But that's not what this is about. This is about growing as a professional. And when you can take feedback from those who are, experienced in your field and apply it, it can help you grow leaps and bounds. So basically, you're going to, describe your experience of receiving it, and then, show your critical thinking. What kind of feedback did you get? How are you going to learn on it? And then reflect by taking some action steps. So as you can see here, a 3 is the target for our class. So on this rubric, you're going to see a couple of pieces here. This is the piece that's actually scored. Field journal assessment for the course grade. These here, your goal is to be in the 3. So don't be worried if you're not up here at a 5. Your goal is to be at a 3. The same thing here for disposition. 3 is your goal. So you'll see here, this is where your score is going to come out of. So keep that in mind. This is a portfolio assignment, so just keep that in mind, and happy conversing and happy reflecting.